was in a shop here locally and talking to the guy, and I said, what are you finding with some of the lower quality e-bikes? And he said, frankly, if one comes in here that really looks inexpensive to me and it needs a flat tire change on the rear, it's a rear hub, needs a rear tire change, I'm not even going to do it. I'm afraid that if I break something and, trying to disassemble the hub, I don't want to own the bike. We had a client that was in a very low impact collision with a vehicle, but it bent the rear wheel on a rear hub e-bike, and the part was not available. So the bike was basically useless. Even though it was essentially rideable, it was just not going to remain rideable because it was out of tune and was going to, come unravel eventually.
We actually have seen some of the less expensive, some of those cheaper bikes where the rear hub motor is hardwired into the rest of the system. So, we won't touch that because how I've got to hold a 30-pound wheel somehow close enough to the bike to get the tire off. It's I mean we're not going to take that risk
because the higher quality bikes on the rear hub, they have a disassembly point, correct? I mean, you can disassemble the power cord.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, absolutely. And the reason why I smile is I did try. Just sometimes, I like challenges. So I took on one.
So you learn.
Bikes. Yeah, sometimes you learn on it, and I literally had to change the tire in my lap because there was no disassembly plug, and even cheaper bikes have that plug these days, but the really cheap ones, they don't have it.
How'd you like to be the customer in the field trying to change their rear tire on one of those bikes? I mean, what would you do? You're stuck, right?
Yeah, you're screwed.
Essentially.
Yeah. I was able to put it on. I have a nice bike stand where I lift it up, and then I can work like knee height. I can sit down and put that wheel in my lap. That's how I figured it out. With the cable, the motor cable, everything's still on it. The alternative would be you clip off all the table ties and you go all the way down to the controller. That's when we talk about it's not worth it. That's what we talk about.